Well, we have Vinny.
That's good enough.
Vinny is near and dear to my heart because not only is he a patient, not a full arch, but a regular patient, but he is also my golf coach and friend at the golf course, etc. And so we've gone through a bunch of stuff talking, in terms of dentistry, but also you've coached and worked with me through golf. And believe it or not, we're going to be able to pull this all back into sort of dentistry and how it relates to patients. So what I'd like to start with, though, is kind of a background on Vin. So Vin, when you were young and starry-eyed with your career, why don't you give us a story of just kind of who you are and how you came to be Vin?
Okay. Born in upstate New York, the Capital District.
Okay.
Albany, Troy, and Schenectady, and played sports like any other young guy from when he was 6 years old all the way until college, and thought he could play Major League Baseball and found out real quick that there's some players out there.
When did you start golf in terms of, was baseball first or golf?
Baseball was first, and when I found out that I wasn't a baseball player, I decided to try golf, and probably around 23 I started, and 24 I got in as a golf professional.
23 years old is when you started golf. So you picked it up quick.
Well,
I mean, to
a
have
lot of
a
the
career
athletes,
in it.
especially hockey players, which are probably the best non-golf golfers.
Oh, yeah. I've played with a few. It's pretty wild.
And baseball players are very good. There's some great football players. Even at our club, we have some great players that are probably baseball, football, and basketball. So after 23, I got in as an assistant golf professional and did a year in upstate New York, and then moved to the Poconos of Pennsylvania, and eventually started work with a corporation known as Caesars out of Las Vegas, Tahoe, and Atlantic City.
Yep.
Did probably about 18 years with them.
Wow.
Went out and taught with John Jacobs for 5 years, traveling the country.
Okay.
And then learned how to teach.
When you say traveling the country and teaching with him, what kind of, what would your day look like when that was happening?
Well, I'll give you an example. Would be in the winters, we were down at the Bonaventure Resort in Fort Lauderdale, and in the summers at the Seaview, where the girls just played.
Okay.
Up outside of Atlantic City.
Yep.
And we taught golf schools.
Okay. Would they be clinics at different clubs, or the same one kind of over and over, same people, or was it kind of changing all the time?
It ranged from 15 to 20 people, five players for one instructor. And we would be at that place for a week, stay there all through the summer, unless they needed another teacher at another place. So I was always flying in and out of Atlantic City, or driving up to Philly and flying out to Portland, Maine, up to down to Hilton Head, and going all over. Then in the winters, come down to Bonaventure, work mostly out of there, and go to Marco Island, Orlando, to other sites that...
You were all over the place.
Yeah. East Coast.
Yeah. And what did you teach? Sarcasm?
No, I'm not very good at
golf.
that.
No. Yeah, right.
Well, the philosophy of John Jacobs was grip, aim, stance, and posture. And if you could teach those four things to somebody in 5 days, most of the time they were pretty happy.
Were you working with extreme amateurs, people like myself who put an exorbitant amount of the time into the game but don't get any better, or more pro level?
With everybody. And to correct you real quick, you are improving a lot.
Yeah.
You have improved from when I first started with you. You're really doing much better. Yeah,
it's a dedication, though. It's a big dedication. Now, when you were doing that, would you find that teaching helped you some, or was it more just instruction and you didn't get much time to work on your own game, or were you able to?
Well, we were doing like a 9 to 4 with the you're assigned 5 players for the week.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's 4 instructors, you have 20 players. And you did the lunch, and then you did dinner together at the resort that you were at. And
So these camps were kind of like an all-day kind of thing.
5-day camps.
Wow.
They have weekend camps also. But most
So it's
of
almost like a ski school kind of thing where you're attached to your instructor for that full day or for those 5 days.
your full swing instructor was your main instructor, but then you went to different sites like short game.
Yeah, chipping, putting.
Chipping, putting, sand.
I see.
And so short game, full swing, and then trouble shots. And they tried to give you a whole area of their expertise to get you a little bit better. And there were some players that got a lot better.
Sure.
There were some that didn't grasp it, and the non-athletic golfer was
Just
having a hard time. But they got a good share of time. They got at the end of our classes around 2-3 o'clock. We went and played 9 holes with them.
Okay.
So we
That's
had
fun.
on-course
course management. Where your bad shots go, how to recover from them, not try to stick it through that tiny gap in the trees. Things that we've worked on.
Exactly what I was just thinking of.
Yeah.
Not to mention names, but we had a situation where a guy duck hooked it over in the trees, and he's looking through that little 2-inch hole.
Yeah.
And he pulls out 2-iron, and I go, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. Yeah.
He says, "Oh, I'm going to hit it through that spot there right on the green." I went, "With all due respect, you just missed a 55-yard fairway,
Yeah.
and you want to hit it through a 2-inch.
Yeah. It's always the draw.
Chip it back out to the fairway, take your penalty, hit it on the green, and go from there."
And that's what, I think that's the natural draw to golf, whether you be a dentist or a plumber or an electrician or whatever it is. We say it constantly in this podcast, but, we're all human. We all enjoy the human struggle to some degree. And golf tests your resiliency against yourself, and you don't always end up in great spots. I mean, Tiger Woods can't even look at himself and say, even in a full round, that everything went the way that he went. But managing it, fighting back from it, that can be rewarding. That can be a good feel.
Well, it's the only sport that you're on your own.
Yeah, totally independent.
Baseball, you got 8 other guys out there trying to help you.
Yeah, true.
When you think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Basketball, you got 4, and football, you got another 10.
Plus.
So
Exactly.
golf, it's you against all that grass and
The little ball.
yeah.
Yeah.